So I've been getting quite a few comments lately, a lot from men, but actually some women appearing based on their profile picture have been leaving comments on my channel saying that this is the channel for women that want to die alone with cats. Those that enjoy being solo understand how this is not an insult at all. But for the ones that are a bit confused or maybe just need to hear some reassurance that this is not an insult, this is my response to the notion that being a child-free single woman will leave you dying alone with cats, and why that is far from an insult and can actually be pretty empowering when you think about it. Now, I know we've heard some of the latest studies that have been coming out, and I believe that there's only going to be more and more and more that come out over time as more research is being done on bigger groups of women. But we've all heard that research is now showing that single child-free women are often happier and healthier than their married counterparts. I'm going to read that again. Research studies now show that single child-free women are often happier and healthier. Those are big things in life. When you ask people what do they want in life, they usually say peace and happiness and health, and that health is wealth. So studies are showing and proving that child-free women are often happier and healthier than their married counterparts, particularly as they age. Behavioral scientist Paul Dolan has found that women who remain single and child-free experience less mental and physical stress compared to those who are married. I think that this comes as a shock to no one, especially to women that are married or have been married. I don't think that this is shocking at all. And, I'm going to touch on this just for a moment, and then we're going to get back on topic. I've also been getting a lot of comments regarding, oh, you hate men who hurt you. If you have gone through my videos or at least taken a look at my playlist, I have 4 of them. It's only 4. You'll see that one of them is solo polyamory. Not only do I enjoy men, but I date men. So I do not hate men at all. I just love myself more. And for some reason, that's a problem. I talk about men on this channel because a lot of women have been taught from a young age that their life is to be dedicated to finding a man, pleasing a man, and keeping a man. A lot of us have been taught and brainwashed from a young age that our job as women is to unconditionally love a man so that he can take care of us so we can be safe and live a good life. What a good man, Savannah. And studies are now showing that women are actually happier and healthier without men. Am I really steering women in the wrong direction? I don't think so. I think most people would prefer to be happier and healthier. The freedom and independence that solo women live and lead should not be a threat to anybody else. We are not hurting anybody by being free and by being independent. Yet, we are the biggest threat to modern day men and brainwashed women. Us minding our business should not bother you in any way, shape, or form. Unless you deep down, if I'm talking to women here, unless you deep down feel like, dang, I wish I was strong enough to make that choice. I wish I was strong enough to decide to be happy on my own. It is a decision. Being happy is a decision. Being alone is also a decision. And a lot of people do not have the courage, the strength, and the know-how to make that decision. So they criticize what they're jealous of, they criticize what they fear, they criticize what they don't understand. Being single allows women the freedom to prioritize their own happiness, pursue their passions, and live life on their terms. If that means that a woman wants to have cats at 80 years old in her little apartment by herself and sitting on her rocking chair, and her only sole responsibility is to take care of those cats, why is that a bad thing? Why is that shunned upon? She's not bothering anybody. She's not doing anything wrong. What are we talking about here? Not only does that mean that that woman is probably happier than any other woman you know in that age group, but she has the companionship of animals. She has the companionship of friends, hopefully, God willing, if they're still alive. She has the companionship of people that she's mentored if she chose not to mother or can't mother. There's a lot of women that are alone right now in old age, but they're widowed. And we have children that don't even visit them. So who really feels lonely? Who feels lonelier? But it is just the societal expectations for women to take care of children, they take care of their partner. And so when women decide, actually, in this lifetime, My sole responsibility is to take care of myself and to love on me and to live a happy life for myself. That threatens the patriarchy, and that threatens women that, again, do not have the courage to live this life. And I'm here for whatever the girls want to do. Me personally, if you guys have seen a couple of my other videos, I want children. I do want children. But that may not happen for me in this lifetime. It probably will not happen for me in this lifetime. So I have to be okay with that. What am I supposed to do? Just wither away and die? Am I supposed to just wallow in pity? No. I'm going to make the best of my life. And the married women that are leaving these nasty comments on my channel, incel men and the incel men that are leaving nasty comments on my channel should listen to that advice. Make the best out of your life, because I know I am. Another thing that I think people envy about single, carefree, child-free women is that single women tend to cultivate broader and stronger social connections outside of romantic relationships. I've said this in my Pick Me videos where a lot of times women that are married, my man, you know, don't even have to be married sometimes, but they make being married, being a wife, being a mother, their entire personality and identity. That is it for them. That is their title. That is their job. That is their duty. That is their life. And so that is their main responsibility, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that if that's what you want. But if you know that's not what you want, then don't do it. So women that do not feel like their entire personality and entire life is dedicated to a man or children, they are usually cultivating really strong social connections outside of romantic relationships. They have wonderful friend groups. They have great business connections. They're traveling. They're meeting people with no strings attached, which kind of goes into my solar polyamory ideology, but they have the freedom to make connections anywhere they go because they're not bound to a man telling them what they can and cannot do. They're not under some type of rule or structure of being in a monogamous relationship. So, I can't have male friends, or I can't solo travel, or I can't meet random people at the bar because that's inappropriate. You know, there's so many different structures and rules that come with being in a committed monogamous relationship that a lot of times women just follow these rules and they don't cultivate a lot of connections outside of the romantic relationship. Their man is their everything. And I see that women that do not make their man their everything have tons of friends, are well-traveled. They have stories for days because they're constantly creating new experiences. Their everyday experience is something new and fresh and different because they have the freedom to experience. Married women, their life seems to be in more of a routine, a rut. Well, let me not say rut. That's a little derogatory, but it's more routine. And it's every day is kind of the same kind of thing. You know, you talk to married women and you can go 2-3 months without speaking to your married friends and they're still dealing with the same thing. It's just a different day. It's the same type of problems they're bringing up or the same type of daily routine and habit. And yep, went to Target today. Dealt with these bad kids today. Yep, my husband's doing this today. It's the same thing, just a different day. And then you talk to your single friends and they have a different story every day. If you haven't caught up with your single friend in 3 months, they have like a year's worth of experiences to tell you. At least the ones I know. And I'm speaking for myself as well. I live my life like that. So these women that are not making their man their everything, right? They are engaging more actively in community life and friendships. They're volunteering, they're mentoring. So this whole thing about, you're not contributing to society. You're selfish. Huh? I'm contributing to tourism. I'm volunteering. I'm supporting my people's, whatever anybody got going on, I'm supporting it, whether it's their side business they got going, whatever. I'm that type of friend. So you know what? Let's actually bring this up. I was going to make this a separate video, but I don't think that there needs to be a separate video about this. I'm going to just plug this in right here. I got a comment and poor thing, she deleted the comment. But her comment was profound to me because it made me look some stuff up. And if I'm having to look some stuff up, I like that. Yes, challenge me. What does this mean? What are we talking about? So the comment that she left, I wish I would have screenshotted it, but the comment that she left was a nasty comment, but she said something along the lines of, you are spearheading the generativity versus stagnation movement by being selfish, or something along the lines of that. But whatever, where she said generativity versus stagnation. And I hope I'm saying that right, but I had to look that up. I said, is this just some stuff she's saying, or is this a thing? What is generativity versus stagnation? So I looked it up, I Googled it. Turns out it's a real thing. So shout out to you, even though you deleted your comment, shout out to you for making me look some things up and getting to deeper thought, because this is very interesting to me. Generativity versus stagnation was introduced by psychologist Erik Erikson, what a name, which centers around the tension between contributing to the growth of society, which is the generativity portion, and becoming stuck or self-absorbed, which is the stagnation portion. So she was trying to say I'm the stagnation portion, particularly during middle adulthood. So generativity, a stage of middle adulthood where a person contributes to society and future generations without expecting anything in return. Generative people are productive, concerned with the welfare of future generations, and want to leave a positive impact. They may raise children, mentor others, contribute to social causes, or excel in their career. Stagnation, a stage of midlife where a person is complacent and apathetic in their career and relationships. Stagnant people may feel disconnected from their community or society and may be self-absorbed and focused on their own needs. They may lack a sense of purpose or direction to avoid responsibilities and commitments. Very, very, very interesting. Erikson's theory suggests that adults who don't continue to grow risk becoming stagnant. Stagnation can be counterproductive to the development of future generations. For example, adults who are stagnant may place unrealistic expectations on their children, which can hinder the children's development. So that's the definition of it. What she was trying to get at is that I am leading the pack to stagnation. And so what I'm getting at is that she feels as though the only way to contribute to society is to produce children and be married, because that's what that video was about that she left the comment on. They may raise children, mentor others, contribute to social causes, or excel in their career. Sounds like I'm doing pretty generative things to me. I'm not raising children yet, but I would love nothing more. Mentor others, I do that every day in my business. Contribute to social causes that I care about, or excel in my career, and am. It's sad, honestly, because this was a woman that left this comment, that they think that the only way to contribute to the development of future generations is to bear children and raise a family. Now, while that is a part of it, according to this, it's not the only part. There are so many people that have made huge, and maybe I'll do a video about this, but they've made huge advancements to the world for future generations and generations to come without having children. And a lot of people may say that that's because they had the time to make such strides in social and societal advancements, you know? So there's so many different ways to contribute to society. And it's annoying, the selfish narrative of women that decide to put themselves first. It is a little annoying, but at the end of the day, there's worse things you could be called. You know, being called selfish, is that really the worst thing you could be called? Not really. If you call this selfish, then I'm selfish all day. And my last point about dying alone with cats, ladies, because you are selective about relationships, all right? Many single women consciously choose to remain single rather than settle for unsatisfactory relationships. So you have outweighed the pros and the cons, and you have decided that being single is better for you. Do not let anybody make you feel bad for the fact that you would rather take care of animals than take care of grown people. Taking care of animals can be deeply fulfilling without the emotional and physical labor that's often associated with caring for a partner. Listen, if I wasn't allergic to cats, I would have a cat in a heartbeat. What I love about cats is they kind of like me. They take care of themselves. They don't ask for too much. A little cuddle here and there, and then they on about their way, and they stay out the way. I like that. In short, the cat lady stereotype is not an insult. It is a reflection of women who have chosen to live life on their own terms, prioritizing their happiness, mental health, and independence over these outdated societal norms.